All right, what's up, guys? Today I'm going to be unboxed and reviewing the installation of the EDCO 11-speed monoblock cassette, as it says here. So pretty much what this brand does is they manufacture cassettes that will fit the 10-speed bodies. Why does it matter? I have a SRAM red right here in comparison. Well, it matters because in some cases, like my HED trispokes, you got this 10-speed body that it's not really compatible with anything. As far as I know, I've tried a Shimano Ultegra 11-speed 6800. It's totally different. You can just tell by the just the design, it's different. All right, so I got the scale set to grams. I'm gonna weigh the SRAM. This is a SRAM 11 to 26 10-speed. And I know it's something that everyone should be familiar with, or at least kind of have an idea about. 1126 RAM 10-speed cassette. It's about 168 grams. So I'm gonna weigh the EDCO brand cassette. It's also a monoblock as well. I'm gonna weigh everything with all the things that came with. Okay, so looking at the comparison, it's a little bit heavier than a SRAM red, which is not too bad. I actually spent not this price for this one. I actually spent about $99 for this, and I wanted to install it with my SRAM or my HED tri-spoke wheels. As you can see, the way they milled it and all that, I'm not too sure about the details or what they do in the process, but it's pretty dome shaped, kind of like the SRAM red, but it's this brand. So I'm not too sure about shifting or anything compared to SRAM. I know SRAM's a little louder, but other than that, just gonna put it on and get to it. Before I do, I'm gonna also show me servicing this using the grease. This grease is used and recommended by BB Infinite, so I bought me like one of them to kind of use for my ceramic bearings. I'm just gonna use it for these as well. All right, so I'm gonna slap this on. Pretty much, it goes on, then followed by this bolt right here that's gonna basically thread it in and hold it in place. And then after that, it's gonna be just a typical ball bearing kind of installation. It's pretty straightforward the way you service these wheels. It's a little old school, that's all. You know, so you got the what I mean by old school is you got the heavy duty steel axle that you can't really replace with something much lighter. So there goes. Just pretty much tight enough. Don't want to strip it or anything. So that's the noise it makes. Now I'm gonna basically grease it and put it together. All right, so these are the HED ball bearings, and these are the Ultegra 6800 ball bearings that I had laying around. They're much smaller. There's a total of 11, if you can count them right here, versus about 9 right here. These are larger. I'm gonna show a comparison. So I wanted to kind of actually take a stop to kind of just show a little side mod that I'm gonna do for now, because I have parts laying around, and I wanted to kind of get away from these bigger ball bearings, go to smaller ones. I had a Ultegra axle setup laying around. I don't have Ultegra's wheels, but as you can see, these are obviously much easier to tune with compared to what I have going on here with this old school axle. So I'm gonna continue doing this and see how it turns out. All right, so what I did was I used this small flathead, kind of went around, just kept pressing it in from the tip, from the edge right here. This will give clearance to the cassette to thread in. Cassette lock ring. All right, so I pretty much got it all installed. The only thing that this old school axle is not as efficient as like the Shimano setup. So you know, gonna show the 11 speed. It's like a little longer. I mean, you can't really tell, but you see the extra length. Yeah, that's basically the length for the cassette. Obviously XD body, it's shorter than these old school 10 speed or older model 10 speeds. All right, so I'm gonna basically install the EDCO set, and as you can see, it does overlap because it's a 10-speed body. So it does, when I say overlap, I mean like in the previous comparison, it showed that it's not long enough. So because it's a one piece cassette, it basically goes over this section. And I was looking at this, that's why I'm a little distracted. How the SRAM, it doesn't have that. It goes up to the 8th gear in this case, and then the remaining 2 would go on it like this, which would make it, you know, basically complete. While this, it's a one piece, so it, even though it's a 10-speed body, it obviously it's together, so it's not gonna break or fall apart. So the company gave me, like I said, this red 10 plus 11, the cap. It is a little longer than the traditional 10 speed. Like in this case, I'll compare it to 10 speed. You can visibly see that it's longer. It's got more threads. It's like that for a reason. So it's all cleared. The 6800 bearings worked fine, all 11 of them, versus the HED 9 bearings, which are bulkier, and I actually think it was time to change them just because of age. So these are it's a brand new setup of 11 ball bearings. Okay, so I'm just tightening it by hand. Which is fine because I've been doing this for several years now. And can check the lateral play. It's just the rim moving. It's pretty stiff. It's the way it's designed, so even when I spin it, and it might look like it's stuck or something, it's actually normal because I can feel the smoothness and then the engagement and all that too. So other than that, yeah, the EDCO brand does work with 10-speed bodies, obviously. As you see here, it'll give it an extra gear now in this case, so it's 11 speed. It does work, and it's probably the better alternative for these older wheels. Like meaning these wheel sets that cannot be converted, like I mentioned earlier and shown, like the XD body. Like you can't put this onto this basically. And I did try to find a compatible 11-speed free hub body. If you know one, HED sells one, let me know. I didn't contact them or anything, but I just kind of went based off the design of that weird looking design piece, kind of like the spider ring from the Shimano, I mean the SRAM crank sets. Yeah, so but to save the headache, buying a free hub body would cost maybe $100 already. So I would rather just get this cassette. The only bad thing is that it's a 1125, so I don't have my options. I'm limited, which is fine because this wheel is gonna just be kind of like on flat riding mostly. So I'll install it and put it to use when the time comes, and give a quick review of it when the time comes.